on strike again. Khalil Roundtree fights that badass fight against Pereira, and the morons rank him number 8. Keep him at number 8. Literally this week, I have a meeting to try to fix the rankings and get all these know-nothing, do-nothing motherfuckers out of it. So hopefully this week I get this fixed. It's just I can't handle incompetence. I can't take it anymore. It's driving me crazy. And I can't let people that I don't believe know what the fuck they're talking about deal with the rankings anymore. I just can't do it. I have to figure out a solution. Tomorrow I have a meeting with a group of people that are coming to me saying they have the solution to this problem. And God, I hope they're right.
All right, Dana, we all agree. The rankings need some help. For those who don't agree, let me paint the picture for you. Dana's most recent rant was about Khalil Roundtree not moving up in the rankings after his fight with Alex Pereira. While I don't necessarily agree with that stance, the Max Holloway situation was far worse. Max dominated Justin Gaethje at UFC 300, and what did he get for his efforts in beating the number 2 ranked lightweight? A sparkling number 9 rank. How? So clearly there's a problem here. Let's break down how the UFC ranking system technically works and why it's broken.
I think if we didn't have any rankings at all, I think it would be an absolute disaster. I think it would be, like, as messed up as they are and as frustrating as they can be and as inconsistent as they can be, I think without them, things would somehow be even worse.
The UFC uses a ranking system determined by a select group of media members. These voters aren't UFC employees, nor are they former fighters or coaches. We're talking about journalists who cover the sport. So far, this sounds fine, right? But here's where things get a little bit twisted. The panel is made up of media members from outlets like MMA Odds Breaker, which is fine, CFMU 93.3, which is a Canadian college radio station, Burspark.se, which is a Swedish site that barely covers MMA, if it covers anything at all, and wait for it, KIOZ 105.3, a rock music radio station. Like, for real, like, how did these guys end up getting a say in the rankings? These voters submit their rankings for each weight class from number 1 through number 15. Sounds straightforward, but with this mixed bag of voters, it's no surprise the rankings often feel totally disconnected from reality.
Yeah, so with the rankings, I just feel like they're really outdated in terms of like the people that we have running them have been on the board for the last, maybe 8 years or something like that. And a lot of those outlets, they don't even cover MMA like exclusively or, even often. That's what I've heard, at least. I think we just need a new system. My solution would just to be get new media members, get the MMA junkies, MMA fightings of the world to kind of do that. People who know that what they're talking about, not to, crap on the current rankings panel, but I would like to see, a better panel, because the rankings now just don't really make sense to me.
These rankings are supposed to reflect fighters' performance and recent activity in the octagon, which in theory helps determine title shots and influences matchmaking. But with a panel like this, it's no wonder the system feels completely broken. Let's think about it. We have local sports reporters or people focused on boxing, rock music, or even pro wrestling making decisions on where UFC fighters rank. These voters aren't watching every fight or staying up to date on fighters' performances. They rank based on name recognition rather than real-time accomplishments. This creates a massive problem: inactivity. Fighters who haven't stepped into the octagon for months, sometimes over a year, remain highly ranked. Why? Because voters don't penalize them. Meanwhile, active fighters who are grinding to climb the ranks often get stuck behind inactive fighters who haven't proven themselves recently. This lack of accountability rewards inactivity and leaves fighters wondering, why should I risk my rank when I can maintain it by doing nothing? We want credibility and stability in the rankings, a system that balances inherent bias while casting a wide enough net to achieve a satisfactory conclusion. But the current rules are loose and unrefined, leaving us with an inconsistent and unacceptable situation. So how do we fix this? The solution lies in a model that already works for college football. And I feel like it's time to adopt a similar approach for the UFC rankings. So first, we need a 75-member panel consisting of 50 MMA journalists or media members, prominent YouTubers or respectable YouTubers, and 25 former fighters or coaches. Now, obviously, these numbers can differentiate depending on how they see fit, but I feel like the magic number is about 75. And these are people who actively are watching and analyzing the sport. These aren't casual fans or random people who aren't invested in the success of both the fighters and the UFC. They really are invested in the sport. Next, we implement a point-based ranking system. The higher a fighter is ranked, the more points they earn, from 1st to 15th place. So if you're in 1st place, you get 15 points from that individual media member. If you're in 15th on their ranking, you get 1. This ensures fighters are placed where they deserve to be based on recent performances, not just name recognition. To guarantee transparency and add credibility, an independent agency like Ernst & Young should manage the tallying process, eliminating any potential UFC influence. Accountability is key here, and this system ensures the rankings are being made responsibly and fairly. This system will provide transparency, balance, and consistency. Overall, I think that the rankings are only as important as the matchmakers allow them to be when fights are put together. Therefore, it's crucial that they are done as well as possible to maintain some integrity in the system. While no system is perfect, biases are going to persist. This approach would offer a more accurate reflection of who really belongs where. There's a way that they should be held accountable for those things to make sure that they are taking it seriously. Like, I feel like the bias part of it, like you can't, people are they're going to have their own biases. That's human nature. But if you mathematically have the right amount of people to balance out it, and I mean the right amount of people from different parts of the world, I feel like you're going to be able to at least attempt to balance it out. So what do you think? Could this system fix the UFC rankings problem? Let us know in the comments. And until next time.